Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. This is a celebration of sorts because I just received a message from YouTube this morning telling me that I just reached 1 million views on my channel. Holy cow. I had to count the zeros to make sure I looked at it correctly. My gosh, I'm not only honored with 1 million views, but I am humbled, I am grateful, I'm excited, and I'm shocked. All of those things all together, which is very difficult to explain. And I wake up every morning like, oh my God, how many subscribers do I have now? Wow. And one reason why I'm so darn pleased with my channel and with all of you is that I'm just being myself. And yet it's mixed with a bit of sadness because I'm seeing this word authentic being used more and more as this digital world evolves into channels which are not. And it's a mixed bag here because I see myself continuing to grow with this channel because I will always be authentic and true to myself and true to all of you. Yet at the same time, I'm seeing this world becoming less and less authentic. And that's sad. That is very sad to me. Now, I'm sure there are many other channels out there, especially people who live, I don't know, in various situations where they're really revealing their true situations and stories. And I hope we all continue and more channels appear on YouTube with people revealing their true struggles and being authentic, because we certainly need that in today's world. But 1 million views, in particular since January, even though I started my channel, I believe in the fall of 2023, I was full of doubt, wasn't sure if anything I had to say would be of interest to anyone. And I quit for quite a while, as I mentioned before. And then in January, I started again. Now, here's a little tidbit that I was very discouraged about, because I've mentioned I'm on a website called medium.com. It's a writing website. And I recently read an article by the CEO where they're encouraging the use of AI for writers. And that is just so incredibly disheartening, because he was speaking specifically about using AI for personal stories. Now, how can that be valuable at all? Why would anyone use a computer to create their own personal stories? Is this where we're going? And if so, I'm going to continue to rebel against it in my YouTube channels. And I guess in a way I am, because I will never use AI for anything. I will not use AI to create my thumbnails or even my channel descriptions or my video descriptions for SEO. I'm going to write them the way I think they should read. And yes, I do use keywords, but believe it or not, I spend all but 2 minutes using the same ones, and I just let my videos go. And whatever happens, happens. And that's how I want to do this. And that's how I will continue to do this. And yes, I do watch the experts, but I don't know why it is that I just want to do things my own way. Well, that is why. I have always done things my own way. And I have this belief that this greater something is going to make this channel whatever it's supposed to be. And I hope that makes sense, because I have always believed in this greater something, as I talked about in my video about manifesting, and that if I continue to do things my own way, by using my own intuition, my own truth, my own beliefs, this channel is going to do whatever it's supposed to do. And I'm not going to do things the way someone else thinks I'm supposed to do it, because that's not how I've lived my life. And my enjoyment comes from all of you and all of your comments that tell me that what I'm doing is working. And I will never question anything I video or anything I say. It might not appeal to everyone, and that's okay too. And not all of you will agree, and that's okay too, because I have no expectations that anybody would. I have no expectations with anything. I just know that I'm being true to myself, and that's good enough for me. So I so love my channel, as I've said before, and 1 million views is absolutely shocking to me. And I can't tell you enough how I appreciate you all. And I welcome all your questions. I will continue to do the Friday video you asked, I'm answering. So please throw more questions at me for this Friday. I will continue to answer them all to the best of my ability. And I will also show you some really stunning hiking videos this September and October. And hopefully the foliage will be as it usually is. We've been experiencing a drought here in Maine, so I don't know if it's going to affect it. But had I ever planned for 1 million views? Absolutely not. I actually don't even keep track. I occasionally glance at it. And I do look at my stats each day to see how they're doing. But I really don't use them for anything other than just curiosity, because I don't want to talk about the same things all the time. I want to keep it varied, because I don't know what I'm going to talk about from day to day. And that makes it even more fun for me, and hopefully more fun for you, because you may not have any idea what the next video will be about, unless you ask me specifically to talk about something, which I'm very happy to do. I'm going to turn this around and show you this outstanding view. It's kind of overcast, but it's real. And the dogs have already been swimming, and I've got Maggie on a leash so she does not bark. And no one is here at this park. And yes, sometimes I create videos on my own property, and sometimes I create them in the various parks nearby. Isn't this beautiful? Today is August 27, and gosh, summer's almost over. And I love showing nature in all of my videos, because nature is so beautiful. And wherever you live in the world, maybe my scenery is vastly different from yours. And that's one reason I love videoing it. Now these, I believe, are called goldenrods. I may be wrong, but these seeds will be flying away soon in the wind, as you can probably see some of them already. And I love that. They're beautiful. They're all taking off. Now, I'm working on my next book, which I mentioned before. And I was working on a chapter this morning, and I just couldn't stop laughing, because I felt like a kid writing it. And I realized how maybe we should all act like kids once in a while. Remember when you didn't have a care in the world, and there was really little to worry about? Even though I had a tough childhood, there were still things I really enjoyed, like going to the beach, walking barefoot, walking my dogs, feeling the sun on my face. And now that I'm 70 years old, I'm doing that all over again. And I'm taking you along too. Come on, Max. Come on. And that's what makes my channel even more enjoyable. Now, if you're thinking about starting a channel, I've mentioned this before, and there's plenty of videos about starting a YouTube channel and how to do this and how to do that. Well, I watched quite a few of those, and I started feeling overwhelmed. And I thought, do I really want to learn all that? And the answer was no, I don't. So, with the bare minimum of how to use YouTube Studio, how to create a channel, how to use your phone to create a video, I just did it. And sure, my first few videos were terrible. And yours might be too. But so what? It's not about being good right out of the gate. It's not about knowing something before you even start. It's about just doing it and having fun and learning as you go. And so just jump in and do it. And whatever it is you want to talk about, I can almost guarantee you, you will not regret it. And I plan to do this for the rest of my life. Now, I love to talk about my past, and I've received some comments about, aren't I concerned about talking about my ex-husbands or my estrangement from my daughter? And this is my response to that. We should never be afraid of talking about anything that might be of benefit to someone else. And we should never be afraid of speaking our truth and using our truth to put out into the world for the good for others. And I'm not afraid of sharing anything about my life, good or bad, for the benefit for others. And especially seniors. If you're a senior and you're thinking about a channel, please know you have so much to offer. Come on, Max. You have so much to offer and so much wisdom, even if you don't think it's wisdom. Someone else may be struggling with something that you've already experienced. And don't second guess it, because you won't know until you try, right? And there's a little house over there. We'll let Maggie go. Come here. Now, where is my channel going? I have no idea. I'm not forecasting anything. I'm just going to keep having fun. Hope you are by watching my videos. And trying to be a positive force and a light in the darkness of this world. And I haven't mentioned this before, but it feels so natural to me to be doing this. It's almost as if I lived a difficult life so I could learn all of these lessons, so I could share them. And maybe this was all predetermined. And maybe my books were meant to be, but I had to live those experiences before I could write them. And maybe our lives are like that. that each thing that we experience is for a reason, even though we don't know what the reason is at that present moment. And I believe that. I very much do. And I believe that the future has already happened. And I actually had an interesting idea. And I'm curious what any of you think. I wrote my memoir, I See the Elephant, about my past. And I'm so proud of myself for having done that. But then I was thinking about the future, and I thought, well, I do believe in manifesting things. Wouldn't it be fun to write a book about my future? And to write everything that I would love to have happen. And maybe you could do that. If you're curious about manifesting, you could start a journal and write as if you're living your future right now. Come on, you guys. And write as if you're experiencing all the things you hope to experience. But you're not writing it from the point of reference as now. You're writing it as if you're living the future, and I hope that makes sense. And I thought that I would do just that. And I would start when I'm 70 years old, which will be in a few months. And I'm going to write a book about the future me living her life. And wouldn't it be something if it came true? Wouldn't that be amazing? And it would be fun, and it would also be kind of scary if it did come true. Because that would mean that our thoughts are more powerful than we ever imagined. So I wonder what you think of that. If you've ever thought about writing something about your future self, but write it as if you're already doing it. And maybe that's a form of manifestation. I don't know. But don't write it as if you're thinking ahead. Write it as if you're already there. And I have a dream of having my animal sanctuary. And I'm going to write it as if I already have it. And I'm going to write it as if I'm an old woman with all the animals and what it feels like and all of that. And how I age and what the world is like and all of that. And I think it would be at least entertaining for me, but pretty amazing if it really happens. And yes, I would publish it. Absolutely. So thank you so much, everyone. 1 million views. My gosh. And I think I'm almost up to 17,000 subscribers, which is amazing because I only had 47 in January. So thank you so very much, everyone. I so appreciate you all. And please feel free to ask me questions, and I will answer every single one. And also, more questions for this Friday. You asked, I answered. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care.